We are tracking breaking news.
Take a look at this scene right here.
Semi on fire was shot by an arrow.
It's taken by ambulance.
Massive snowstorm.
Lost in the blizzard.
Deadly accident.
13 guys are all inside the hospital. Massive inferno.
Beam fell, trapping him underneath.
One firefighter did suffer burns in that fire. Right now on your CBS 2 News at 10, digging out after the brutal blizzard buries eastern Iowa.
Too much. Way too much snow.
Why we may soon be in for another round, sooner rather than later.
And the storm from your backyard, the pictures you sent us from the brutal blizzard that shut down eastern Iowa.
Plus, the head hawk talks to the media about the illness that brought down 13 of his players.
Perhaps it was bad judgment on my part. It's a call that I made.
What Coach Ferentz had to say about their progress and the investigation into how it happened. First, we have some breaking news out of Solon.
There is a two-vehicle car crash near the Rubber Duck Car Wash. This is in Johnson County. We're tracking breaking news out of Solon.
Here are the first pictures here coming out of where the scene here in Solon, where the Johnson County Sheriff's Office tells us they are responding to a two-vehicle crash.
We are tracking breaking news out of Solon.
Johnson County Sheriff's Office tells us they're responding to a two-car crash near the Rubber Duck Car Wash. CBS 2's Kelly O'Connell live on scene. And Kelly, what have you learned?
Well, Jack and Tiffany, I can tell you that we do know now that this car accident was involving a semi-truck and a car. Take a look at this scene right here just south of Solon. You see that the car is pretty mangled. That's in between the ambulance and that semi you see right there.
We continue to track breaking news out of Solon. The Johnson County Sheriff's Office is responding to a two-vehicle car crash near the Rubber Duck Car Wash.
CBS 2's Kelly O'Connell live on scene. Kelly, we just spoke to you moments ago. Any new information?
Yeah, good evening, guys. I just spoke with the Iowa State Patrol, and I can tell you this, that the driver of that car that you're seeing in the distance, I'm told that driver was in serious condition, had serious injuries when he or she was transported to the hospital.
Right now on your CBS 2 News at 10, man's best friend becomes a young boy's target, putting this arrow through his side.
He went through a tremendous amount of pain.
But tonight,
it was just a miracle.
Watch Victor beat the odds and find out why the boy won't be facing any abuse charges under Iowa law. And eastern Iowa drivers caught in this interstate inferno. How a semi turned into a traffic blocking bomb on Interstate 80. Plus,
Pea Soup Peril will have a live weather conditions from the Eastern Iowa Airport and tell you how this fog is grounding flights and how it's affecting your road conditions.
It's a story of cruelty and overcoming obstacles.
And it's told through two tiny puppy dog eyes. CBS 2's Alice Barr is here with tonight's top story.
This little Chihuahua right here was shot by an arrow in Cedar County. Sheriff's deputies think they know who fired the shot from a crossbow. It's a young kid, maybe just 10 years old. They don't expect to file charges because Victor was a stray, and in Cedar County, it's not illegal to shoot a stray dog. But folks who've gotten to know Victor are happy to say now he's not a stray anymore.
Where are you going, Victor?
His name says it all.
We asked for your opinion on Facebook, and almost all of our viewers who responded were outraged and really angry that Victor had been shot. Sheila says, what kind of child would shoot a puppy with an arrow? The parents should be held accountable. Shannon says, this makes me sick to my stomach. Such cruel and disgusting people. They should be punished the same as if they did that to a human. And Barry says, makes you wonder if sometimes third world countries got it right by allowing public beatings.
Right now on your CBS 2 News at 10, a father rushes across the country to be with his son after 13 Hawkeyes are hit with a deadly condition.
As a father, I'm concerned.
What dad thinks about the son's condition and the Hawkeye workouts that put him there.
And slashing spending could create big problems for the pavement.
Never want to see roads deteriorate.
The bumpy ride that budget cuts will bring to eastern Iowa.
Plus, creating a buzz for the City of Five Seasons. The plan to sell Cedar Rapids to prospective spenders.
13 Hawkeye football players are still in the hospital tonight. An especially grueling workout actually poisoned their bodies.
The players have been in the hospital now since Monday night. Through the chaos, one father instantly hopped on a plane from Maryland and flew out to be with his sick and hurting son. He spoke today about the Hawks' hospitalization at a press conference. CBS 2's Alice Barr has been in Iowa City covering this story all day for us. And Alice, what did his dad have to say about his son's condition?
Well, doctors are telling him that his son has rhabdomyolysis, the condition that causes the muscles to break down, often because of very strenuous exercise. The 13 guys are all inside the hospital tonight. They're getting heavy IV treatment and bed rest to recover. And Biff Poggi, that dad, says that they are all on the road to recovery. Biff himself is a longtime high school football coach, and he knows well how training can wear down these kids.
Well, you know, as a father, I'm concerned. Obviously, when your son's admitted to the hospital, that's concerning.
Biff Poggi's son. And Biff Poggi says, for one, he's totally comfortable sending his son back as soon as he's feeling better again. He'll be watching those workouts probably a little bit more carefully, but says there's no one that he trusts more than head coach Kirk Ferentz. Jack and Tiffany.
All right, Alice, we heard today the doctor who talked at the news conference say that supplements could make rhabdo more likely. Is there any indication tonight that the players were using any special supplements at the time?
That's one of the things that the team, the school, is looking into right now. They couldn't give us a straight answer, yes or no, on what these guys were taking. Now, Biff Poggi says as far as he knows, his son is only taking protein supplements. Anything that the team gives the kids as far as supplements goes through very strict regulations, NCAA regulations. So they say on their end, they're not giving anything bad, but it is possible that the kids are taking things on their own, even though that's strongly discouraged because it can be pretty dangerous. Guys?
100 squats in 17 minutes, that's a lot of squats. The coaches who were conducting these workouts noticeably absent at that press conference today. Did the university say anything about that?
Well, we do know that Coach Ferentz has been out of town recruiting, I think, pretty much throughout this entire mess, so that's why he's not there. But as far as the strength coaches, we didn't really get a straight answer on why they weren't there today. They said they made the people available that they wanted to have there, and those strength coaches just not part of that team. Reporting live in Iowa City, Alice Barr, CBS 2 News.
Alice, thanks. The doctor who's treating the Hawkeyes says he hasn't seen a mass case of rhabdo in his more than 30 years at the university. But elite athletes, like the Hawkeyes, are still taking a big risk if they push it too far.
As you make the progression through high school, college, and professional, those workouts do tend to be more intense.
It's kind of easy to overwork yourself, especially if you want to be better.
That's 20-year-old Greg Easley. He's no stranger to intense workouts. The Cedar Rapids Kennedy grad is training here with Mercy Sports Care in hopes of playing football professionally. Greg says what happened to those 13 Hawkeyes doesn't surprise him. Rhabdo may be extremely rare in the general population, but for athletes like Greg, it can be a legitimate danger.
Some of the students we talked to on campus are not only surprised, but confused that something like this could happen to 13 players all at the same time.
Maybe that's in combination with something like diet or something. Who knows what the problem is. I'd like to hear more.
You just got to kind of put your faith in the coaching staff and the training staff that they know what they're doing.
Fans hope this latest incident is the last time the Hawkeyes make headlines for a while so that team can get back to focusing on football.
Want more information on the Hawks in the hospital tonight? The unedited transcript of the press conference can be found on our website, including explanations about what rhabdo is and how it can affect the body. Comprehensive coverage on our website, kgan.com. Stealing while folks are in church. Why one priest is ready to forgive, but police won't forget.
How about you make like a tree and leave? How this clerk fought off his arboreal attacker.
A couple of showers in the area tonight. We could see everything from freezing drizzle to storms tomorrow, and then a big cool down. I'll spell out when all of this will move in hour by hour up next.
It will change the way beer drinkers watch sports. The new machine that could make beer lines a thing of the past.
Plus, budget battle. How the president is pushing the plan he says is critical for America's economy.
Right now on your CBS 2 News at 10, Iowa is taking the Obama administration to court.
I think that kind of goes against our constitutional right.
Why Governor Terry Branstad is suing over health care. And
football is and should be a team sport. Sexual assault is not.
A major last-minute change for the jury to consider as it decides a former Hawkeye's fate in his rape trial.
Plus, slip sliding away. Will we see something like this tomorrow morning with dropping temps? The wild weather that descended on one city to send drivers skating down unsafe roads. Taking America's government to court over the health care reform.
Tonight, Iowa Governor Terry Branstad says he is suing the Obama administration, joining 25 other states. CBS 2's Alice Barr is live right now with our top story. And Alice, it looks like the battle against health care reform looks like it is far from over.
Absolutely, Jack. In fact, it's moving to a new level, suing the White House over how people pay for visits to places like this, St. Luke's Hospital. That coalition of states says that the health care law violates people's rights by forcing them to buy insurance by 2014 or face penalties. And with Iowa signing on now, more than half of the states in the country are calling the law unconstitutional. Folks I talked to tonight say that's a sign something's got to change. When a medical crisis.
As the healthcare debate reignites, we asked for your 2 cents on Facebook if you think Congress should get rid of the healthcare overhaul. DJ says absolutely not. It has provided coverage for millions of Americans that insurance companies were able to deny coverage for. Mike says yes, get rid of it. The vast majority of Americans disapproved of Obamacare, yet the socialists rammed it through without a second thought. And Kevin says we should have the same healthcare plan that Congress has. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
People are grabbing up those gun carry permits at a record pace. In Lynn County, 4,356 people applied for carry permits in all of 2010. To date, just 18 days into 2011, they're almost halfway to that total, with more than 1,600 applications. It's an even more dramatic comparison in Dubuque County. In all of 2010, they issued just 150 permits. In the 18 days of 2011 here, they've handed out 547 permits to carry handguns. Other eastern Iowa counties will release their permit numbers tomorrow.
Iowa stores are already handling gun bans themselves. Popular central Iowa grocers Dulles Foods has banned guns from all of its stores. They say they want their customers to feel comfortable.